In this video, we're going to do a little bit of chair yoga focused on mindful movement for mobility and body awareness. So when you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable seat. And then just drop your arms down by your side, kind of let them dangle, releasing any tension in your shoulders. Just feeling the weight of your arms. You may want to close your eyes here. Again, just getting the spine as long as you can. And then inhale and exhale. And just notice what happens to your body as you breathe, how the breath feels going in and out. And just noticing maybe any places where you feel tension in the body, or any places of resistance to the breath. And just try to breathe into those spaces. And then we'll just start by gently opening your eyes if you had them closed. And take your hands up, bending at the elbows. And you could make fists and roll your wrists, or you can do this with open hands, whatever's calling to you right now. Just kind of getting some gentle movement, warming up the joints in the hands and the wrists. And if you were circling in one direction, circle back the other way. And then you can stop doing that motion and drop your arms again by your side and just feel the difference from the first time you were in this position. Is there any new sensations in the arms and the wrists? Then you can bring your arms out in front of you and flip your hand and then grab onto your fingers and just see if you can stretch the fingers back towards your body. And then you can release that. Flip your palm in the other direction, facing down. And again, hold on to your fingers and see if you can stretch your fingers back towards your shoulder. It's pretty much a straight arm. Then you can release, and we'll do that on the other side. So palm up, pulling your fingers back towards your body. And then releasing and flipping the palm and pulling the fingers back again. Then you can release that and you can put your hands in your lap, and we'll get a little warm up in our neck. Just inhale and exhale and inhale. And on your exhale, just drop one ear over to your shoulder. Just gently, trying not to let that shoulder creep up towards the ear, pulling the opposite shoulder down away from the ear. You have a few options here. You can stretch out your opposite arm, pulling away and seeing if you can feel the stretch in different places here by kind of moving your chin towards and away from your chest. And if you find any juicy spots, just hanging out there and getting that stretch. You can also take your arm on the side that you're tilted towards, reach up and try to grab for your ear, and not pulling or tugging, but just assisting with a little more weight from your hand. See if you can find any more little spaces of stretch. Again, playing with the placement of your chin. And then once you're done here, you can inhale and exhale. And inhale and bring your head back to center. And we'll just do that on the other side. So tilting your head down towards the other shoulder. Trying not to let that shoulder creep up to the ear. And then again, you can reach out the opposite arm, kind of stretching away from the top of your head. Playing with that chin placement towards the chest and away from the chest, just finding the spot that feels good here for you. And then if you want that little bit of assistance and more stretch, you can bring your other arm up and over your head and grab for your ear, and not pulling or tugging, but just kind of using the weight of your hand to see if you can get a little bit more sensation if you need it. Otherwise, just stay where your neck is happy. And then you can inhale and exhale. And on an inhale, come back to center. You can put your hands back in your lap and drop your chin to your chest. Just relaxing your head down. And then you can start to roll it side to side. Trying to exhale as you bring your chin toward your chest. And inhale as you roll your chin away from your chest. And only if it feels appropriate in your neck, you can start to make circles with the chin all the way up to the sky. So really focusing on bringing the chin up and not dropping the head back. And you can circle it all the way around. Just staying side to side if your neck doesn't support the backwards motion. And then you can, once you get back to center, just lift your head back up. And take one leg and place your ankle on top of the opposite knee. And we'll just roll out the ankle here a little bit. Getting the juices flowing in the lower extremities of our body. Rolling the foot in one direction and the other. Trying to stay relaxed in the rest of your body. And then to get a little bit more stretch, you can stop rolling your ankle and just put it on a place that's comfortable for you. Lift your spine up really tall and see if you can bend forward a little bit. Trying to get a stretch in that outer thigh and hip area. And then again, focusing on making a straight line of energy from the base of your spine out the crown of your head as you tilt forward. And just breathe into the stretch and try to relax into it so that it will release more. And then inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your body back up to center. You can squeeze that knee a little bit into your chest before you release the foot gently back to the ground. We'll move to the other side. So crossing the other ankle over your leg and just rolling out the ankle, trying to really relax the rest of the body as you do this. It's kind of soothing to our nervous system to do these slow, kind of circular, gentle movements. So if you haven't switched direction, then do that now. And then when you're ready, you can stop making the circles. Again, kind of just repositioning so that you're comfortable with your crossed leg, lifting your crown up to the sky, making a straight line of energy from base of spine to the crown of head before you tilt forward to try to get that stretch in your outer hip. And if you aren't feeling anything here, you can also use your hand to just gently push your knee away. It's kind of like a pigeon pose from our chair. And just breathing deeply and breathing into that place of stretch, seeing if you can get a little bit more release. Never forcing or straining, just kind of relaxing into it, but at the same time maintaining your straight back. And then inhale and exhale. On your inhale, lift your body back up to center. You can hug your knee into your chest and gently release it back down to the floor. Now we'll move into a lunge position from our chair. So bring both of your knees around to one side of your chair and scoot your outer butt a little bit towards the edge before you stretch your back leg out behind you. And then see if you can just position your hips so that they're square underneath your shoulders, looking kind of out over your front knee. And then just stretching that back leg out, pushing into the heel, lifting up into the crown of your head, really building some strength in that back leg, maybe getting a little stretch in your front thigh and groin area. And if this feels good, you can try to bring your arms up, straight up, above your shoulders. And then you can bring your arm that's on the outer edge of your chair towards your back thigh. And you can reverse this, looking up at the sky, trying to lift your chest, staying long and upright, but also feeling just a bit of a back bend. And you can breathe in and stretch back up straight. Bring that arm back up. Exhale, lower both hands to that front knee, and then bring your back leg around to meet the front knee. And we'll come in for a little twist. So with your back hand grabbing the opposite side of the chair behind you, and then with your front hand grabbing what would be the front side of the chair, and just gently rotating your chest and shoulders towards the back of the chair, using the chair for leverage. Again, not pushing and straining, but really being gentle and focusing still on the uprightness of the spine. And then inhale, grow tall. Exhale, see if you can twist a little bit more. Inhale and exhale here. And then inhale and exhale and release back over the front of your knees. And we'll just walk it around to the other side. So being careful here to set it up. Moving your bum so that one cheek is firmly on the chair. And then bringing that front leg back behind you into a lunge shape. Again, pushing back into the heel of your back foot. Really working some of the strength of your thigh, and also getting a stretch at the same time. Then remembering to try and elongate your spine. And if this feels steady and good to you, you can bring your arms up beside your ears, trying not to let your shoulders creep up to your ears, dropping them down your back. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can drop that front arm to your back thigh, reaching up with the other arm, lifting your chest to the sky, staying tall, but also getting just a little back bend, keeping that bottom leg, outstretched leg, strong and straight. And breathing here. And then inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your arms both back up. And exhale, you can drop them down to your knee in front of you as you bring your back leg to meet the front leg. And again, we'll go in for that twist. So reaching your back arm around to the opposite side of the chair, front arm to the closer side of the back of the chair, and just using the chair to gently leverage your body into a little twist. Inhaling to get length and exhaling just into it. And then on your next exhale, just bringing yourself back over your legs, walking back around to center. And we can do a little bit of an eagle stretch here. So left knee over right. You can try, if you want, to wrap the foot behind the calf. And then you'll reach out with your arms, left arm under right, palms together, elbows lifted, or hands to opposite shoulders, elbows lifted. And then we'll just reach the elbows up on an inhale. And fold forward on an exhale. Just playing with this range of motion, moving with our breath, inhaling on the up, exhaling as we come down, feeling that stretch in the back, upper body, through the scapula, inhaling arms up and elbows up, exhaling to fold forward. And then you can just kind of hold it here, seeing what kind of sensations you can get, any extra little stretches, a little more space. And then on your next inhale, just come up to a neutral spine, release your arms, release your legs, you can shake it out. And we'll take that to the other side, crossing your right leg over left. Again, if you want to try, you can lift that leg up and see if you can hook it the back of your calf. If not, there's no problem. And then inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale and wrap. Right arm under left, grabbing opposite palms or opposite shoulders. And then again, playing with that range of motion, lifting the elbows up on an inhale, crunching it down on an exhale. Inhale to come up, elbows up. Exhaling to come down. Inhale back up. And on your next exhale, come down and just kind of hold it for a breath or two. And then on your next inhale, come up to a neutral spine. Release the hands, release the feet, and you can shake it out. And then you can place your hands on your knees. And we'll just do some kind of cat-cow motion. So bringing your chest forward between your shoulders, arching your back. And then exhaling to round into your back, pushing back into an angry cat spine. Inhaling to come forward. Exhaling, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. And then if you want, you can start to make some circular motions, starting at your hips and just making some kind of barrel rolls to roll out the spine, moving in one direction. And then the next time you come up, you can switch directions. You can kind of get your head and neck into it. Exhaling as you go back. Inhaling as you come forward. And we'll do this one more time. Making it feel good in your body. And then we'll settle back into center. And we'll come in for a little side bend. So you can use your chair again for leverage, or just drop one of your hands beside you while you flip the palm of the other hand, reach the arm out, up and over, and then just stretch it over above your head, seeing if you can get some stretch in that side body and keep your upper body upright. So trying not to fold forward, but really trying to keep your chest open, reaching and looking down if that's comfortable for you, or you can look up. And then as we inhale, we'll bring the arm back up over our head and drop it down beside us. And repeating on the other side. So flipping your palm and reaching your arm up over your head, bending over to the side. Trying to keep the feet firmly planted on the ground, chest open, shoulder away from the ear. You can look down if that's easier on your neck. And then on an inhale, coming back up through center and dropping that arm down beside you. And then dropping your arms, releasing them completely, coming back to that position where we started. And just feeling the sensations in your body after some movement and some stretching. Just feeling the sensation in your arms. Heaviness of your shoulders. Feeling your feet firmly planted on the ground. Seat firmly planted in your chair. Crown of the head lifting up to the sky. And then noticing the breath. and noticing if anything has changed in the way your breath is moving after some of those stretches and movement. Then you can bring your hands to your lap. You can bring them palms up or palms down. You will breathe in deeply all the way into the belly to the count of 3, 2, 1. Hold it for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, 2, 1. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then just breathe normally. I hope that this practice helped open up any little tight spots you might have had, helped you to feel a little stronger and more fluid in your body. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.